Hello everyone, my name is Benoît Terminet-Chupon and I'm the co-founder and original chair of the London ACM SIGGRAPH chapter, London UK, not Ontario. I've had to say that here a lot of times. So because this is my first SIGGRAPH, I thought I'd go back in history a little bit to explain where we come from. I'm French and I grew up in China for 19 years, and then when I left China I went to Paris to study computer animation for 4 years, and that's when I got acquainted with SIGGRAPH through the Paris chapter, and it really helped me out during my student years. So it was only natural that when I went to London in 2012, I thought, let's join the London ACM SIGGRAPH chapter. Turns out there was no chapter at the time, so I thought, let's create the London ACM SIGGRAPH chapter. But people were quite hesitant to trust a young student that just came out of uni and arrived into a city he knew nothing about. So I joined a local organization that was already running for a few years called Bring Your Own Animation, where professional animators give feedback to student animators and drink beers together. That helped locate some potential chapter leaders, and then in 2014 we finally chartered the chapter, and because of our background in computer animation and VFX, that's most of our events that we have throughout the year. We want to expand in every other area of the computer graphics industry that covers. So if you're in academia or games, for example, please get in touch, because that's the areas we want to go into because they're strong in London. Our ambition is always to have open and free events, because it was kind of a opposite to organizations that were already in London, that were more elitist and closed. Over the last 4 years, we've welcomed about 4,000 different people at our events. We only have a couple hundred members to cover operational costs. So as a result of this, we pursue sponsorships for most of our events. Self-funded events like Disney or Leica Studios or Google Spotlight Stories are self-funded because they're presenting their own content, but eventually we had to partner with people that could give us a screening space. It turns out it's quite difficult in London. So that happened with MPC, and we had access to their screening room for free, which is great because it's pretty big and we can have as many events as we want there. And then eventually we did a post-SIGGRAPH debrief in London, and it's a Tech Talks conference that happens every year. It's 3 evenings where we just have 3 talks per evening and an exhibition floor. That's been going on. And then in 2017, Foundry decided to help us out, and they sponsor events in bigger cinemas that accommodate our growing audience. So up to 200 people. 2017 we started doing drink and draw events. That's pretty self-explanatory, and we do that every month now. This year we launched a few cool things. The first one is Creator Series. It's a series of events that celebrate more independent filmmakers or project makers of any kind in the computer graphics industry. One of the first events we had was the team from the Hybrids short film that you might have seen at CAF, and hopefully they win awards. We also started an event called Labs, and that's an in-depth look into companies where they actually live sculpt or rig or animate something on their screen, and it's projected onto the screen for the audience to ask questions of actual workflows within the companies. And in September we're going to have a design festival collaboration at the Victoria and Albert Museum, and we're really excited about that. We like to make posters, so I just have a few posters here because they convey the message really quickly, and that's how we do all our events. This was highlight. Travis Knight is cool. This is our mini conference. Drink and draw. And so up until now we've had a total of 40 standalone events, including those 3 mini conferences. We average around 22 Bring Your Animation and Drink and Draw events per year, and in total that brings us to about 30 events per year. I'd like to thank the team because it's grown over the years, and even the past board members have been really helpful, so thank you very much. Some are in this room, and that's it for me. Thank you.